I want you to know that I'm firing you and I'm replacing you with a professional.
When you think of The Simpsons, you may think of an entertaining and silly animation show just to be enjoyed, but not to be taken all that seriously. That is, until Donald Trump became president of the United States, and people started to realize that was in The Simpsons storyline. Then people started to see more predictions, which were later proven to be accurate. Why do The Simpsons get so much stuff right? Is it simply coincidence? We went and found out what we could for you. What else are The Simpsons predicting? We hope you enjoy this video. These are when The Simpsons predicted some of the craziest things. Here's just some. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. The Simpsons predictions. Cue spooky music. Thank you. Since The Simpsons have been running, their predictions for the future of the United States have been scarily accurate. Here are a few examples. Donald Trump's presidency. The same episode that predicted Harris's outfit, the show also predicted the horror that was Trump being in power. As Lisa becomes the first straight female president, she mentions that she took over from Trump, who of course had just ruined the economy. The show even featured a scene where Trump was seen waving from the stairs, almost exactly mirroring a photo of him taken in 2015 in real life. When asked by Radio 1 Newsbeat how they got it spot on, writer Al Jean said, "With the Trump one in 2000, we were looking for a fun celebrity who would be president." Siegfried and Roy's tiger attack. After Springfield decides to legalize gambling, Mr. Burns opens a casino where German magicians Gunther and Ernst perform a routine, seeming to spoof the long-running Las Vegas Siegfried and Roy show. Tragically, a bit in which the animation duo was attacked by their tiger came to fruition 10 years later when Roy Horn was mauled on stage by a white Bengal tiger, leaving him partially paralyzed and ending the long-running production. Captive tigers are always likely to detest their owners, but still another eerie prediction. They predicted 2011's three-eyed fish finding in 1990. The writer of The Simpsons invented Blinky, the three-eyed fish, during season 2, episode 4. Bart caught the mutated fish while fishing near a nuclear power plant. Lisa and Bart famously found a three-eyed fish in Springfield's highly contaminated waters, unsurprising given Mr. Burns operates a power plant nearby with their dad Homer in a prominent role. The three-eyed fish was found in real life in 2011, terrifyingly, when fishermen in Argentina found a three-eyed wolffish in a reservoir near a nuclear power plant. Disney owning Fox. A blink and you'll miss it prediction. A small scene in 1998 episode showed 20th Century Fox as a division of Walt Disney Co. Just under 20 years later, of course, Disney completed a multi-billion-dollar acquisition of 21st Century Fox's film and TV assets, as they continued sweeping all culture under the shadow of Mickey Mouse's ears. Again, cue spooky music. Thank you. Autocorrect fails. During a Springfield Elementary School assembly, Kearney asked fellow bully Dolph to make a memo to beat up Martin on his Newton, Apple's early attempt at a personal digital assistant. However, the machine translated the message into "eat up Martha" instead, foreshadowing the common message errors people blame on iPhone's autocorrect technology. In fact, Nitin Ganatra, Apple's former director of engineering for ISO applications, revealed in 2013 that The Simpsons gag served as a rallying cry while developing the software for the iPhone's keyboard. If you heard people talking and they used the words "eat up Martha," it was basically a reference to the fact that we needed to nail the keyboard. We need to make sure the text input works on this thing, otherwise, here comes the "eat up Marthas," he told Fast Company. Tom Hanks gets ill with the cause of the global health situation. Tom Hanks, 63 years of age, was hospitalized with the global health situation illness alongside his wife Rita Wilson in Australia. They tested positive for the deadly bug after starting to feel tired and suffering from body aches. Simpsons fans were quick to point out how the actor had a cameo in the series previously, where he was seen advertising a new Grand Canyon and claimed the US government had lost its credibility. He added, "This is Tom Hanks saying, if you see me in person, please leave me be." While the link appears very loose, many social media users claim the line from the actor was a chilling prediction of his illness all the same. We censored Michelangelo's David in 2016, but The Simpsons did it in 1990. During The Simpsons Season 2 episode 9 entitled Itchy and Scratchy and Marge, the town of Springfield tried to censor Michelangelo's David. BBC News reported in 2016 that the residents of St. Petersburg, Russia voted on covering the naked statue. "This giant spoils the city's historic appearance and warps children's souls," a resident said. Horse meat scandal. If you had the misfortune to live in the UK in 2013, you might have had the extra misfortune of eating horse meat when traces of the animal's DNA were found in beef product. Pure and utter horror. In a 1994 episode of The Simpsons, the school's lunch lady Doris was seen with a barrel of assorted horse parts that she unsubtly added into the school's meal. meals. Lovely. Faulty voter machines. In a bit inspired by the 2008 presidential election, Homer tries to vote for Barack Obama only to have a voting machine record his selection as John McCain several times. Coincidentally, when it came for Obama to run for a second term in 2012, video footage emerged of a Pennsylvania machine switching a vote from Obama to one for his Republican opponent Mitt Romney. The machine was reportedly taken out of commission. Dramatic Game of Thrones near final. It was one of the most shocking episodes in the entire Game of Thrones run, but fans claim that the opening episode of The Simpsons season 29 predicted the dragon's fiery destruction. The Simpsons, dressed in period garb, watch as dragons burn down their village, similar to the fiery destruction of King's Landing in one of the final episodes of the HBO series. The Beatles started responding to old fan mail in 2011, but they had already done this 10 years earlier on The Simpsons. In season 2, episode 18 of The Simpsons, Marge gets a letter from Ringo Starr 15 years after sending him fan mail. The episode was called Brushed with Greatness. According to BBC News, a Beatles fan got a reply from Paul McCartney in 2011, 50 years after trying to contact him. The God particle. The existence of the Higgs boson or God particle, a breakthrough that helps explain how everything in the universe has mass, wasn't confirmed by physicists until 2012. But according to Dr. Simon Singh, the author of The Simpsons and Their Mathematical Secrets, after Homer decided to become an inventor in The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace, he was pictured standing in front of a blackboard with an equation that predicted the mass of the yet-to-be-discovered particle. If you work it out, you get the mass of Higgs boson that's only a bit larger than the nanomass of a Higgs boson actually is, he told The Independent. It's kind of amazing as Homer makes his prediction 14 years before it was discovered. NSA spying scandal. When the Simpsons family is forced to go into hiding following their escape from the EPA biodome enclosing Springfield, the NSA locates Marge and the kids by listening in on one of their conversations. However, it wasn't until 6 years after the Simpsons movie hits theaters that Edward Snowden first blew the whistle on the government mass surveillance of Americans' phone and internet records. The presence of the Shard. 14 years before the construction of the Shard began, a skyscraper can be seen briefly in London's skyline along with Big Ben and London Bridge. It looks similar in shape to the Shard and is about the right location, which has freaked some fans out. The episode of this can be seen as it was aired in 1995 while the Shard was built in 2009. Lisa knew the Redskins would win Super Bowl 27 days before it happened. Another case of when the writers of Simpsons got it right was featured in season 3 episode 14. The episode was called Lisa the Greek. Lisa predicted that the Washington Redskins would win Super Bowl 27. A few days later, her prediction became true when the Redskins won. Ben Thar Holmström wins the Nobel Prize in Economics. The later seasons of the show might be much maligned by fans, but that hasn't stopped it predicting things. In season 22's opening episode, Lisa and her nerdy friends have created a prediction sheet for the upcoming Nobel Prize announcements. Milhouse said that Bengt R. Holmström would win economics, which the Finnish economist duly did in 2016. Smartwatches. When Lisa visits a fortune teller at a Renaissance fair, viewers are transported 15 years into the future to 2010, a time when wristwatch communication technology exists. However, even the Simpsons future society was a little ahead of its time, as modern voice recognition-enabled smartwatches weren't rolled out until 2014. Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime show. Lady Gaga stunned the world when she performed an incredible Super Bowl halftime show in 2017, even jumping through the roof in a harness. But Gaga actually played herself in an episode of The Simpsons in 2012, and she was seen performing Poker Face in Springfield with choreography very similar to her 2017 performance. That's it for our list of Simpsons predictions. Do you know any we missed? And why do you think they got so many right? Feel free to leave a comment and tell us. Thanks for watching. Be so kind as to join us for our next video. Until then, stay safe.